Hello everyone. So today we are doing a very special video because I completed my 25 in 2025. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. I would like to thank my mom and just like everybody because this would not have happened without any of you. But honestly, it wouldn't have happened without me. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Actually, it's crazy. Thank you so much. This is my first time ever completing my enter number here in year 2020 whatever here, right? I have never done it. This is my first time completing it for a special occasion. I have new nails, new glasses, same body, but I'm here, and I'm going to talk about all the books because I was going to do a vlog about the last book on the 25 in 2025. I was going to do a vlog about that book and go through that, but I DNFed it. So, yeah, that happened. And I'll tell you which book it was when I get to it because I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to show you the book, what I gave it, a little couple of thoughts on it, and then we're going to keep it pushing, keep it moving. I'm just very happy that I did this. And yeah, I got some new favorites out of it. I got some new DNFs. So, look up for my Pango. Yeah. Yeah. Look up for my Pango. Yeah. But let's get straight into it. These aren't in any particular order, and let's just start at the top. First we have And Then Life Was Beautiful. This is by H. Monique. It is annotated very well, in my opinion. This is a 5-star read. It was amazing. It was great. I had a great time reading it. It is a very calming, no third act breakup, no real conflict. If you need a little bit of something to keep you interested in a story, this is not the book for you. But if you don't mind a no conflict, things get resolved pretty easily and it's just them going through life type of romance, this is it. I love this book dearly, but it is not everybody's cup of tea because of that thing. So yeah, 5 stars, loved it. Next, I have Gold. This is by Raven Kennedy, and I gave this one a, let's actually check because I don't remember. This, I gave a 4.5 stars. The ending of this book will have you being like, I need to read book 6 now. But this is why I put this on this list. It's because at the beginning of the year, I wasn't close to finishing the series. I was on book 4 or 5, and I needed it. And this is a 6-book series. But I read it and it was really, really good. 3 is still my all-time favorite, but this one was top tier. Next, we have A Fragile Enchantment. I gave this one a 4 star. Again, this is a book that a lot of people don't enjoy, but I had a good time with it. It's a very surface level good book, and it just wasn't anything crazy, but I love this book. I loved it, and I love the artwork. That's one of the main reasons I was hoping I would like it, is because this artwork is some of the best Fairy Loot has ever done. I don't get Fairy Loots anymore, but I'm glad I got this one. This is such a beautiful book, but I give it a 4 star. Next, we have The Will of the Many. I'm not even joking when I say this. I'm not even joking when I say this. I think about this book minimum 2 times a week. There are certain songs I haven't played since I read this book because I was listening to that song while I was reading this book. Like, this book is crazy because at the beginning of the book, I really didn't think I was going to like it. It was kind of slow paced. It wasn't giving. But I said, I'm going to continue through it. And not even halfway, like a third of the way through, I was like, oh, this is really good. I'm liking it. I love a good school aspect. And then it just got good. It got amazing. It got great. And the end, I think about those last 100 pages. That's the thing that's in my head the most, is those last 100 pages. You don't understand. Him walking, as if you can't tell, this is a 5-star read for me. I'm too scared to read book 2 though, so it's gonna stay not read for a quick minute. Next, I have Hollow Fires. This is by Samira Ahmed, and I gave this a 5 star. There is a vlog of me reading this book, and I did indeed cry my eyes out, and I have an existential crisis in that video as well. because of multiple books. So if you like to watch that, you can. This is a 5-star mystery book. It's beautiful. It's beautifully written. It talks about some hard-hitting topics. It's just a very good book, and I would love to read more books about Middle Eastern people, but also just like about Southeast Asian people, about races and ethnicities that we don't read about enough, or at least I don't read about enough. Really, really good book. Next, we have Fractured by Karen Slaughter. Slaughter is the name, and Slaughter is the game that she be playing with these books. Let me tell you. What did I give this book? Because Miss Karen Slaughter be traumatizing me. So I don't. Correction, this is book 2, and I gave it a 4-star. It was really good. If you don't know the lore behind this series for me, basically when I was going to the library, I was like, ooh, I want to read a Karen Slaughter book because I hadn't read anything but Pretty Girls at the time, and I picked up a book and I was like, this is amazing. Give me 5 more of these. It was a 5-star read. It was book 8 in this series. It was book 8. So I started from the beginning, and now I'm officially technically on book 4 or 5. I think 4. So I've read 1, 2, 3, and 8. Funny, ain't it? I found my face. But yeah, it was a 4-star. It was really good. Miss Karen Slaughter loves to traumatize you. So keep that in mind. These are very dark books. These are very trigger warning heavy books. They're very explicit at times. I still have trauma from book 1, and you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I'm like, there was a scene, it was only one scene, but it was quite graphic, and it haunts me to this day. I had a nightmare after I read that, actually. And at the time, my professor was like, maybe you shouldn't be reading that then. And I said, but it's hard hitting, it's good, and it's realistic as hell. And it makes you want to turn the pages. Ooh, yeah. And it was crazy because if you know, this is like Law and Order SVU times a billion. And at the time, the professor who was like, girl, put that book down. It was for my sociology of sex. So it was kind of like very like hard hitting on my brain to be reading about like sexual violence while also at the same time being in a class that talks about sex, the good and the bad. Oh, next we have The God in the Gumio or Gumiho. I don't know. 5 stars. Doesn't matter. Top tier book. Let me say it again. Top tier book. I need to read book 2. Have I been putting it off because I'm scared and I'm nervous? Yes. By the time that I was reading this, it wasn't out, but it's out now, I think. But I need to read it, and I have to read it, and I loved this book so much. It was so good. It was so good. It was giving K-drama, but it was also just giving a fun, goofy time, and also still a serious time, and I loved it. Next, I read 5 Broken Blades. I gave this a 3-star, but if I had read this at the time where I was DNFing left and right, because I am in my, girl, if you don't get me, if I don't feel it, you get DNF'd. You're getting thrown. They knew I was about to start cursing. This would have got DNF'd. And then I gave it to my mom, and she DNF'd it. So it's back with me, and it will be on my Pango, for anybody wondering. It's not a fave. A lot of people enjoy this book and enjoy this series. I'm pretty sure it's a completed series now. A lot of people love and adore these books. It was just not for me. It was kind of like nothing happened in this book. Because of something that happened at the end of this book, everything else that happened means absolutely nothing. But also, each chapter is like 3-4 pages long, which is a great thing, except when every chapter ends on a cliffhanger and you have like 6 characters. So a cliffhanger ends with this person, and you gotta wait like 5 more chapters to get to the next. It was just too much for me, and I didn't care about any of the characters, and the plot was just a mediocre like heist plot. So nothing was done completely 100% well, but they were doing so many things. So next we have None Shall Sleep. This is by Ellie Marney, and I gave this a 4 to the 4 to a 4.5. It was really good. This is basically back in the 80s when like the behavior unit was just starting to become a thing. So a lot of people were like, y'all just doing some mumbo jumbo, thinking about what they thought in their mind, and that's how you find criminals. But it was back then, and the main character is a girl who survived a serial killer. I think she was the last victim before he was caught, and she's still alive, obviously. He didn't finish the job. And she becomes a member of this team. She's a teenager or a young adult. I don't remember for sure, but it's very good. I enjoyed it. I need to read book 2. It's on hold on Libby already, but a lot of people are waiting for it, so I need to read book 2. Next, I have Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto, and this is a 5-star read. One of my favorite books of the year. It's one of the first 5 stars I gave of the year. I gave it in January during the first snow that my city has had in, I feel like, a decade. I believe it is a decade, over a decade, because the last time I was in middle school or elementary school, so it has been at least a decade. And it was such a happy time. It was early January too, like the first 2-3 weeks of January. Oh my gosh, it was so good. This brings so many good memories. And I also gave book 2 5 stars as well, and I'm just happy. I got that one for my birthday, I think, and because I was screaming to anybody who would listen to me to read this book. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but it is my favorite, and it is a great series in my opinion. It does a lot of things I haven't seen in YA/new adult fantasy. I was starting to think that my time with YA fantasy and even a little bit of new adult fantasy was coming to an end because I wasn't liking anything that I was reading, and it was making me really sad because that's how I got into reading back in like middle school. It was reading things like the Lunar Chronicles. At the time, I read Throne of Glass when I was in middle school, and I loved those books so much. And that's what got me into like reading thicker books and bigger books, and asking my mom to go to Barnes and Noble with me every like 2 days when I was younger. I was nervous that I wasn't gonna like them anymore, and this brought me back into that love, and I will always be happy because of that with this book. But now I have read all of Nikki Palpretto's YA new adult fantasy books. She has like one middle grade, but I don't think I'm gonna read that one. But yeah, everything else I've read from her. So Crown of Feather series, Dead Walking or whatever it's called series, I'm done with her. Now we have Starsight. This is by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 2 in the Skyward series, and I give this a 4.5 star. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people think it goes downhill after book 1, but in my opinion, it was really good. Book 1, I give a 5 star. That was top tier. But this one was still really, really good. I'm interested to see where the story goes. I have all the other books, so I will be reading all the other books, and I'm very excited to do so. This will be like the first series I complete from Brandon Sanderson because he has many a series and many a series is long. So if I finish this one, this will be the first one that gets finished by him. So yeah. Next is House of Leaves. This has a video of its own on my channel, but if you don't know, now you know. I DNFed this 80 pages in. This made my brain hurt. This made my eyes bleed. This made my ears twist. I just couldn't get through it. This and another book I will talk about soon is the reason why I realized some of the books that I have on my shelves, when I was in middle school watching booktubers, they were reading said books. When I was in middle school and early high school, they were reading said books, and I was like, wow, they love them and they sound so interested in them. And then when I got older and I had my own like adult money and my adult thinking, I was like, let me buy the books that I saw them reading like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, without putting into perspective what I like now. If I had done that before buying these books, I wouldn't have bought them because I am not a haunted house person. I am not a whatever the hell this is person. So yeah. And certain other books, I'm not like, I know myself so much more now, but a couple years ago, I was just buying things that I wanted to read back then, not what I want to read now, if that makes sense. Next, we have King's Release. This is by Aisha Bree. This is book 5 in the King Dynasty series. I put this one on my 25 to read in 2025 because that would mean I read the entire series up to this one, which is the last one in the series. This is a romance series. Each one follows a different sibling, and This is not my favorite one. My favorite one is actually book 2. I gave that one 5 stars. It was the easiest 5-star I gave out the series. But this one I gave a 3.5. I'm keeping it obviously because it has a whole series with it. It wasn't bad at all. It's a second chance romance, which if you know me, I am not a second chance romance girly, but this wasn't horrible. It just, I wish it was a second chance. I'm just not a second chance romance girly. But it's, every book is like something different going on. Whether they're just now meeting, it's a second chance romance, it's friends to lovers, it's bad buddies to lovers, whatever it is. Each book has something like that in there. And this just happened to be second chance romance and happened to be the last book in the series. Next is Death is My BFF. This right here, on Goodreads, I gave it a 2.5. Honestly, should have been like a 1.5, 2-star. At the time, I had DNF, I think many books to me at the time, so I didn't want to DNF it. I was pushing like my head through a book to finish this book when I should have just DNF'd it. I did not enjoy this at all. It was not good in the slightest. Didn't enjoy my time in the slightest. Can't even give you a synopsis because the only words I can think of are anger, upsetting, annoying, piss me off, hate all of them. That's the synopsis of the book. Next book I read was The Pride of the Orange Tree. This was the last book I read for my 25 to read in 2025, and I DNF'd it. 150 pages in. I was supposed to do a vlog like I did for House of Leaves, and I DNF'd and I lost the footage. So I think that was a sign. I was just going to add it into this anyways, but that was a sign. This is also what I'm talking about. But the same thing I said about the House of Leaves, where buying things now for things I wanted to read back then. This will also be on my Pango because I'm going to take these out of it, obviously. These were just sectioning off like every 100 pages. I'll take those out. But geez Louise, I couldn't do it. There were so many names in this book. I was talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't even know what's going on. There's only 2 perspectives, East and West. But there's so many people in the East. There's so many people in the West. And then I flipped to a random page and I was like, let me just see. I flipped to a random page that I already read from. And I was like, And I just read all the names in one page. And it was like 15, 20 names in one page. And you want me to remember all this information? Please. Like, honestly, please. Next, I read Love is a Revolution. This is by Renee Watson. It's a YA romance. I gave it like 4 stars, and it was really good. I don't read much traditionally published romance anymore, adult romance anymore. But one thing I will always go back to is YA romance. And YA romance, they talk about problems in society and social issues and money issues, everything, way more than an adult romance does. And they talk about it in such a shorter amount of time with so much more character development and so much more nuance, in my opinion, than a lot of adult romances. I love a YA romance. And I like it. There's no smut, obviously, which thank Jesus. There's no smut. So you actually have to write a plot. Picture that. Can you picture it? Can you picture it? Picture it for me. Picture a plot. Picture a plot. Picture a man who's not built like a fridge. Picture it. Picture a woman or a girl who isn't 24 pounds soaking wet. Picture it. Picture it. Are you picturing it? Picture someone who's not Wahite. Picture it. Picture it. Can you picture it? Period. Love is a Revolution. Thank me later for the suggestion. Next, I read Death at Morning House by Maureen Johnson. And this one I gave a 3-star, 3.5 at the most. This is not my fave. Maureen Johnson. Truly Devious is one of my favorite mystery series ever, of all time, ever. I gave the first 3 books 5 stars, all of them. And then 4 and 5 got 4 stars, I think. So this is my least favorite out of 3-star. I just felt like nothing was going on. It wasn't as interesting. I liked the setting, but I didn't like the mystery plot or just like the character plots or the characters in general. I was debating when I read it, and I'm still kind of debating now, looking at it again, do I want to keep this or not? So We'll see. We'll see. Next, we have The Empress of Time. This is book 2 in the Kylie Lee Baker series, The Keeper of Night. And I read book 1 and I didn't really enjoy it because I hated the main character. She was annoying, in my opinion, but I loved her brother. And something happened to her brother at the end of said book. So I read book 2 because I owned both book 1 and 2. And like I did with King's Release, I put the last book on the series so that I would have to read the entire series. You get it. And I like this one more, but at the same time, I still didn't care for them. And it's interesting because now Kylie Lee Baker's having a big renaissance because of Bat Eater, which sounds very interesting. It sounds very good and nuanced telling, and you need more Asian stories in literature. However, she left a bad taste in my mouth because of these books, so I don't know if I would read that Bat Eater. But at the same time, people who didn't like this one love Bat Eater, so I don't know. We'll see. Next, I have What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez, and I gave this one a 5-star. Read this one earlier in the year. Again, this is another book that a lot of people didn't enjoy, but I had a good time. I was thoroughly entertained the entire way through. It was just a good time. I was not as impressed with book 2, which usually happens with series. I wasn't as impressed, but I quite enjoyed this book, and I enjoyed book 2 just nowhere near as much. Certain characters, in my opinion, got worse in book 2. I felt like everything was everybody's fault in book 2. Like there was no bad guy. Everybody was bad guy. I was like, what is going on? But this was a good book. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. I do think that no matter what race you are, stop digging in other people's dirt and taking their things. Never got that in archaeology. Never will get that. Let's stop digging in people's stuff. Dig in your own backyard. Don't be digging in other people's countries. Don't be stealing anything from people. Okay? Let's all agree. Let's all agree on that. Next, I have Secrets Drenched in Blood. This is a 5-book omnibus series, the Midnight Harbor series by Nikki St. Crow. And they used to be called Hot Vampire Next Door books. Then she changed them to this. This was good. I gave it like a 3.5 because 5 books. Y'all can't figure this ish out. 1, too much smut. Too much smut. Because these used to be, she used to write these on like Kindle Novella or Kindle Vella, whatever it's called, I think. But 1, too much smut. 2, figure your ish out. 3, it gets tiring and repetitive, especially since you're reading them back to back to back like this. It gets very tiring. So I would recommend spacing them out. Reading like 1 a month. But when it's a book like this, it feels like it's 1 book because it is 1 book. So I cannot read 1 book over 5 months. Can't do it. Can't do it. Next, I have Malice. I DNFed this one as well. 150-ish pages in as well. This one I think maybe the saddest because I really thought I was going to love and enjoy this one. But it's going to a good home. It's going to my mom because she loves John Gwen's other series. So she might love this one as well. But I was just like, ugh, I really wanted to love this one and I didn't. But that's okay. And yeah, I bought the audiobook and I own the book and I'm giving it to my mom. So if I want to reread it at one point, I can. It'll be just over at hers, right? Next was The Camelot Betrayal. So this one is a book I bought a couple years ago, but I didn't know it was book 2 or 3 in the series. So I got book 1 from the library. I read it. I gave it like 2 stars. I didn't give a damn. So this one got unhauled. It's gone. She's gone. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be seen. Gone. The Kylie Baker books, gone. They got sold as well. Couldn't even tell you what they were about. It was about Camelot and someone's betrayal. That's all I know. Next, we have We Are All So Good at Smiling by one of my favorite, if not my favorite author of all time, Amber McBride. Look at the annotations. Look at the material. Look at the material. She knows what she's doing with a pen and paper. Or some fingers and a keyboard. I don't know which one. In my opinion, she seems like the type to write with a pen and paper. Like a quill. She gives that like dipped in ink. Like, Her books should be studied in school. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying. And she has a very big she has a lot of pride in her black slash African American slash African roots, but also her Native American slash American roots. And they show through all of her books. I own 4 of her books. I've read 2. Memoth, I read for the first time in 2023. I reread it in 2024. And then this one I read in 2025. And they're written in verse and they're annotated. They're some of my most annotated books ever. So good. When I say so good, I mean so good. Next, we have Age of Assassins. And for this one, it was also DNF. Don't even remember. I have 2 books. I have book 1 and book 2. So both of them got sold on Pango because I was like, I DNF'd it like 50-ish pages in. Never picked it up again. She's gone. Couldn't tell you what it was about, even if you torture me. Couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you, babe. Couldn't even tell you. Lastly, we have Don't Tell a Soul by Kristen Miller. And this book was really good. I gave it a 4-star. It's a very interesting premise. And I don't want to say too much because that would be a spoiler, I feel like, because there's a lot going on in this book. A lot of not believing women. And I think a lot of the ghostly things that are happening can also be portrayed in the eyes of a woman, of not believing women, not trusting women, not caring for women, not protecting women. And this is a great way of showing that. And especially not listening to children when they tell you something. Say it again for people in the back. Let's believe children, hey? Let's believe them. Let's take what happens to them seriously, huh? Okay. Thank you. So, that is all of the books off my 25 in 2025. I checked them off. Or DNF'd them off. Come on now. Come on now. Check. Check them facts, go check that. Check those facts, go check that. Check those facts, go check that. Check that. Thank you so much for coming with me. I will not be doing this again. I will not be making a 26 in 2026. You might not even get a 13 in 2026. You might not even get read in 2026. Hey, I might not read a thing. I might not read a what thing. Okay. But I will be reading. Obviously, I hope to have less DNFs, more 5 stars, better things coming for me. And yeah, I hope you guys come along with me. I hope you got some recommendations. Remember, even if I DNF the book, hate it, it might be your next 5 star. Even if I love the book, it might be your next DNF. Who knows? We don't have the same taste. We don't know each other like that. But we can get to know each other like that if you stay and subscribe. That came off the dome. Okay. I'm a little too excited and I don't know why. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an amazing, no DNFs, all 5 stars, all top tier reads today, tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, next year. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.